Do you even want to be part of my symphony?
I just wanna be part of your symphony.
Today we are going to be discussing dolphins' freaky nature. In case you didn't know, dolphins are freakazoids. Dolphins are gooners. First we need to talk about why do we think dolphins are cute. Because okay, they make those cute noises that we really like. And they look cute. But why do we think they are cute? I think it's because of SeaWorld. Yeah, I remember in the early 2000s, they were selling this idea that dolphins and orcas were cute, that they were the sweethearts of the ocean, right? To be honest, I do not understand why they chose to make the dolphins and orcas the sweethearts of the ocean. Because, mama, in case you didn't know, orcas are also known as killer whales.
Great whites are so terrified of orcas, stay away for up to a year.
That should tell you everything, okay? And dolphins got a few tricks under their sleeve. If you have ever been interested in dolphins, you at least know a few facts. I feel like everybody knows that they get high using pufferfish. I bet you have seen this video of a dolphin kind of like slightly biting a pufferfish and making the pufferfish feel stressed and release their toxins. And then when they take those toxins in controlled amounts, it doesn't kill the dolphin, but it gets them high. And also, I know you've seen a video of dolphins playing catch or playing beach volleyball with a pufferfish. My question is, how did dolphins came to find out that they could get high on pufferfish?
I just wanna be part of your symphony.
There was a dolphin that was trying to eat a pufferfish, but the pufferfish escaped, and after the dolphin bit him a little bit, the pufferfish, and the pufferfish escaped, he got high, and then he told all the other dolphins like, hey, let's not eat this fish, let's rather bite him a little bit. Like, how does one as a dolphin finds out such a thing? So I was seeing this video that apparently, you know how amongst animals you see that usually the male is competing against other males to get the female's attention. So dolphins, they're not like that. Apparently what dolphins like to do is that if there's like 5 male dolphins and there's 1 female dolphin, they don't compete for her attention, they rather take turns with her. Another insane thing, now this one I did not know about dolphins, is that as a way for them to assert dominance, apparently what they like to do, like let's say there's a male dolphin and he wants to out alpha another male dolphin, what he will do is he will mount the other male dolphin and show him like, I dominate you.
The bottlenose take turns assaulting the spotted, perhaps to assert their dominance.
Now my thing is, out of all the ways to show dominance, right? Out of all the ways to assert dominance, that's the one that you choose? Now let's get to the real tea and the reason why I wanted to make this video, okay? Because like I said, I knew about the pufferfish thing. I knew about the dolphins being a little bit, you know, freaky amongst other dolphins. What I didn't know was that dolphins can fall in love with a human. Or at least this has happened at least once that we know of. So this started because there was this neuroscientist. He was very interested in making the communication between humans and dolphins a real thing. Like he wanted dolphins to speak English. He wanted dolphins to be able to communicate with humans. And then the goal that the neuroscientist actually wanted was to have the dolphin have a spot in the United Nations. Okay, so the dolphin could speak for all the marine life. Gonna let us know what is going on under the sea, if you will. So he published this book called Men and Dolphin in 1961. And then there was this astronomer called Frank Drake. He read the book and he was very impressed with the work of the neuroscientist. He was very impressed and he was also like curious about it. Long story short, that's how NASA ended up funding this research to teach dolphins how to speak English. Then this lady came in the picture. Her name is Margaret Howe Lovett. She told John Lilly, who was the neuroscientist who published the book, she told him like, hey, I think in order for me, because she was helping him with the research, she told him, in order for me to like kind of like get this thing going and spend more time with the dolphins, I think we should just flood the whole laboratory with water and then have like this thing where the dolphins can be swimming around me. Because I'm spending more time with the dolphin, I can get a better or quicker result. You know, like I can actually teach the dolphin how to speak English, because remember, that was the goal. It was 3 dolphins, but she was specifically working with one of them named Peter. He was a male dolphin. What's surprising to me is that this experiment, this research, actually had some results, because apparently Peter the dolphin, he was able to almost say hello Margaret. Like he could say that phrase, hello Margaret.
Good morning, lesson with Peter. Hello. Hello.
You know, he had a little bit of problem pronouncing certain letters, but he could almost say it, which is, for me, I think that's amazing. I mean, I was impressed, because when I first started reading this about the whole let's teach the dolphins how to speak, I was like, okay, that sounds silly, like, but they actually had some results, which is impressive.
1, 2, 3.
But then around the same time that Peter the dolphin was able to say the phrase hello Margaret, he started to have certain urges. Margaret said that at first when he was having these urges, she was like, okay, like if you need to do that, I will put you in the other room with the female dolphin so you can finish yourself. Because again, he was gooning. He was being a little bit too freaky around Margaret, right? So she was like, okay baby, that's not what we're going to do. You're going to go downstairs with the girls, with the female dolphins, and then stop the gooning and do whatever it is that you need to do. But the thing is that Peter the dolphin, he was such a freaky gooning dolphin that his urges were a little bit too constant. Like she was trying to teach him English and then he was gooning, and then that gets the class interrupted, so she had to put him downstairs. And he came back upstairs, she was trying to teach him English again, and he started gooning again. Like he was, baby, he had a problem. He had a gooning problem. Remember, Margaret is a human. She said, okay, you are like interrupting the class way too many times. So because the classes were getting interrupted way too many times, she said, okay, we cannot keep doing this. Like I need to keep trying to teach you English. So that's when she started to relieve him manually.
Margaret felt the best way of focusing his mind back on the lessons was to relieve his desires herself manually.
It was just easier to incorporate that and let it happen.
Before y'all want to say anything, I want to make clear that Margaret said from her part it wasn't or romantic. She saw it as a way to get to know Peter. She didn't saw it as a intimate thing with him.
Again, it was sexual on his part. It was not sexual on mine. Sensuous, perhaps.
But we cannot say the same thing for Peter, because apparently for him it was not just gooning. Like he felt something, okay? When I say that for him was just not gooning, what I mean is that he actually fell in love with Margaret.
This dolphin was madly in love with her.
So they had to stop the research, and when they stopped the research, Margaret and Peter got separated, right? Because they were not going to keep doing that research, whatever. So when they got separated, Peter committed suicide. Like, I actually felt bad for him, okay? Because first of all, I feel bad for Margaret, because it seemed like she really wanted to see results from this experiment, right? Like she really wanted to teach Peter English. Like she really believed in the idea of dolphins being able to speak English, and then dolphins having a share in the United Nations. And then I feel bad for Peter, because at the end of the day, he's just an animal. Like people might say a lot of things, like myself right now, I'm joking, saying that he was gooning this and that, but at the end of the day, like he's just an animal. Like they don't process things the same way that we do, right? Like they don't have the same rules that we do. So it makes me feel bad for him, because it seemed like he was a little bit confused about his relationship with Margaret, and he really felt something for her. I don't know what to call it. I don't know if I should say that he was in love with her, but he felt something deep for her, to the point that he committed suicide. I mean, that's just sad. Is it not sad? Like I feel sad. I don't know, like I feel like if it wasn't for the gooning, again, I know I'm saying that, but I'm joking, but being serious, if it wasn't for the Goonie, this could have been great. They have a freaky nature, that is the truth. But should we judge them? No. Like, at the end of the day, I'm making this video for funsies. If I ever go swimming with dolphins, I will be watching them. Like, don't get too close. So, thank you for watching, and I'll see you when I see ya, okay? Bye!